how much pressure is it when you're playing revered figures of this nature? I mean, so many people have their own ideas of Tupac and of Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm just wondering about how you kind of go about appeasing fans, but bringing your own, sort of stamping your own kind of take onto the characters.
Well, I think as far as pleasing everybody, that is for what they want and what storyline that they will appease them and how they Tupac. How they see Tupac and what story of Tupac they want, that's out of our control, you know what I'm saying? What we have to do is bring the characters to life and bring the essence to the characters and, do what we're given, you know what I'm saying, and work with that. So as far as like the storyline and stuff like that and, trying to appease everybody, that's way out of our control. But it's, we just do the best that we can and diving into their lives. Really doing the homework, the work that it requires for us to embody these characters. I know Kat for sure, did an immense amount of research. Myself as well did a ton of research on Tupac. Really going into the life of Pac, reading the books that he read, studying Shakespeare like he did, you know what I'm saying? Learning about the Black Panther Party, which is where he grew up in, a whole lot of stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, just on our parts and what we can do.
So obviously, unlike Tupac, Jada Pinkett Smith can actually see this movie. Have you are you inclined to kind of hear her feedback and find out what she makes of it? And does that add the pressure as well?
Of course. Well, I'm somebody who I wouldn't have. I spent about 8 years in kind of a sci-fi show, so getting to play a real person was very exciting. The first thing I did when the day I got the role, I reached out to her, and I didn't hear back until I think after we'd finished the film, and then I guess a week before the movie came out, I talked to her, and she had nothing but positivity. And for me, besides being a part of a film that's a black producer, a black lead, to this level, and how important it is in the industry that we not only make these kind of films, but that we support them and that we show our stories with integrity. I also just, as a fan of hers, wanted to know that she was happy, and that she loved what we were doing to really honor her friend.
And through Tupac's story, what we can also explore is America's problem with sort of black ambition. And I was wondering what it was like to explore that as a theme in this movie through his kind of story and through his
ambition.
Eyes. Yeah.
What was it like to explore that?
Yeah, just having being able to use his story to explore what is actually still quite a relevant theme.
Black ambition.
Black ambition.
Well, in the movie, they kind of mention that. His mum always keeps telling him, that if the more sort of dominant you get, the more kind of famous you get, people are always going to try and kind of take you down.
I think there's a deeper responsibility than maybe necessarily playing another kind of role. Sometimes in entertainment, diversity isn't necessarily celebrated, or if it is, it's put in more of a tokenistic perspective. And I would say that we definitely knew the responsibility that we had to not only portray these characters with integrity, but also, being on this promo run, to also represent ourselves and fellow actors with that same kind of respect. So we're still, learning and understanding. I don't know that ambition is the right word, but I will say responsibility is a more accurate one.
I've never heard black ambition.
I thought in the movie, the way his mum, I feel like when he's more ambitious he gets and more kind of dominant he gets in his field, I feel like America's got a kind of issue with that.
I don't think that. Yeah, ambition is not the word she used.
That's not what he was challenged about.
Yeah, it was what she was speaking about is the more that you're speaking about the real, the more that you're calling people out on their stuff and being the voice and being that revolutionary, the more that you're going to have a target on your back, which was true. You know what I'm saying? And it's really relevant to the things that took place in his life. You know what I'm saying? He did have a target on his back. There's, I personally feel that that's one of the reasons why, the troubles that he got into, he was reprimanded the way he was because, okay, you did this and you got away with it. So here we're going to make sure we punish you. You know what I'm saying? And in the movie he says, what does mom say?
They're gonna
they'll
give you
all
the
the tools to
tools you need
to destroy yourself, and I fell for it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that it's again like ambition. I think that he was just him being the leader. The leader, he has to make sure that he's making the smart moves and not fall for the traps that they are setting in the system that they have.
That still exists.
Certainly.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey!